So let's get to a more somber topic. This happened, for those who may not know, but I'm sure you already know because it's all over the news. Let's just watch it. That is one big shockwave. When you're that close to an explosion that big, you're gonna get thrown like in Hollywood movies, just get thrown aback because that is incredible force. Thousands injured across Lebanese capital, right? And at least 100 dead. And the area was this big. Oh my god! Like here's Beirut, there's the blast site, here's the damage, and then there's still damage here, and then there's damage reported here, and windows blown up to 15 miles away. It's a really big explosion. It has been heard up to 240 kilometers away. How much is that in miles? Like 120 miles away? What you may think at first when you watch this footage, if you've never experienced an explosion before firsthand, is that why can't you keep the camera steady? We want to see the whole thing. Well, obviously, this person is filming this with a smartphone. So he's holding it in his hand. When you see an explosion that big that covers city blocks, number one, you're going to panic because it's an explosion. It's really noisy. Like, boom, it's going to perforate your eardrums. Number two, this person may not have ran away from the explosion deliberately. He may have been thrown aback because that shock wave is so strong that there's no helping it. It's like a gust of wind hitting you like a punch. For those who may need further proof, let me take you back to 5 years ago in the same month, August of 2015, the Tianjin explosions. Also in the port area, there's the explosion, and then there's the shockwave. There's a delay between the blast and the sound coming in. And then look at that. See that? It's not them running away. It's actually the explosion hitting them right in the chest. And then another explosion. Boom! Oh! That happened 5 years ago in China. This was a big thing when this happened. That shockwave is no joke. That can liquefy your organs if you're too close to it. So we're getting a lot of really shocking, really graphic pictures from Ground Zero, and the Lebanese people, bless them. I trained with a half Lebanese guy in Jeet Kune Do. Hello, Bryce. Lebanon is known to be like the party capital of the Middle East. They're a pretty happy bunch. So for this to happen to them, oh boy. And this is nothing new in the Middle East, of course, but you know, like something of this magnitude is quite shocking. Anyway, I'm not gonna show anymore because like I don't want to get struck. Like I don't want to get a community strike. But here's the extent of the damage around Ground Zero. Like whole buildings just shredded to pieces. So what caused it? What caused the explosions? The exact cause remains undetermined of whatever set off the explosion, but the first blast may have been fireworks warehouse at the port. Officials say the second, more devastating explosion most likely came from a nearby 2,750 ton, oh my god, that's a lot, stockpile of ammonium nitrate. For those who don't know what ammonium nitrate is, ammonium nitrate has two purposes: fertilizer and explosive. And It's used in the mining industry, it's used in construction, is the type of explosive that has a lot of pushing force. It doesn't have as much brisance. Brisance is the quality of explosives that lets it break things. It's the shock force. Ammonium nitrate doesn't have as much of that, but that's what C4 is for. That's why it's used as breaching charges for creating holes in concrete walls and such. Ammonium nitrate, on the other hand, has a lot more pushing force. So it pushes a lot of like dirt and debris out of the way. And for that to blow up, that much, 2,750. Oh boy. I wonder how many kilotons that is in terms of explosive force. Investigators will try to determine whether the blasts were accidents or intentionally triggered. There are theories leading to both conclusions. Beirut was engulfed in civil war from 1975 to 1990. Like I said, they're no strangers to trouble and has seen bombings and conflicts since then, raising fears of a possible return to violence. Hopefully not, but it's very tense over there. As of right now, more than 100 killed. Even hospitals were destroyed and staffers killed. Beirut's landmark downtown is in shambles. Again. Oh boy. Why fertilizer packs a punch? Like I said, it does. 2-mile radius around the blast was flattened. Oh my god. Meanwhile, Donald Trump says the explosion looks like a terrible attack. Oh, come on, don't jump to conclusions now. But then again, that's his job. That's what he does. That's his purpose in life. That's what gives him joie de vivre. I don't know. We have a very good relationship with the people of Lebanon, and we will be there to help. It looks like a terrible attack. I don't know, my Donald Trump impression isn't very good. All I can do is like pucker up my lips. Alright, around 2,700 tons were stockpiled. That is near back of the envelope estimates of the size of the explosion, which is around the equivalent of, quote, few hundred tons of TNT, unquote. For scale, the Hiroshima bomb is like 10 kilotons, and the one dropped in Nagasaki was 15 kilotons. An ICBM, if it were ever used anywhere in the world, would be around a few hundred tons of TNT. It wouldn't have to be even reach a kiloton because you can actually target it precisely onto its target, so you don't have to make it as powerful. Just saying, it's still devastating. So having it at a few hundred tons of TNT, that is tremendous. In 2011, a similar explosion occurred in Cyprus after munitions stored there for years exploded, killing at least 12. This one, the ammonium nitrate, was stockpiled there for, according to them, 6 years. 6 years of just being there and no one actually did anything. Maybe this was deliberate. I don't know. Yeah, according to this, the International Tribunal verdict on the assassination of Rafik Hariri is supposed to happen this week. Hariri was a Lebanese business tycoon and a former prime minister of Lebanon who was assassinated in 2005 by a suicide truck bomb. So, coincidence? Who knows? And also, there are around 34,000 OFWs living in Lebanon. And so far, there have been 2 Filipinos killed in the blast and 12 missing. Hopefully, they're found. A lot of them are domestic workers and maybe nurses as well, and seafarers. Those are the top 3 occupations usually. 2020 isn't letting up, isn't it? No, it isn't. Oh boy, please. We're only in August. We aren't in December yet. Please let it be over. Anyway, that's all for now. Till next time, stay Tor.